Taurus, how are you? Let's do a reading for your current energy, shall we? As always, please take what works, leave what doesn't. We all know who we are in the story. Now, I sure appreciate each and every one of you. I really, really do. And if you appreciate what I do here, help me out. Hit that like button right there. Boink. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really makes a difference to my channel, and I would love to see my channel continue to grow. So that's how you can help me make that happen. All right, Taurus, first card out for you is the Knight of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Now, listen, the Knight of Wands is about, let's go someplace. Let's do something. Let's go have fun. The Ace of Pentacles says, I keep putting this off. Don't put it off, all right? If you keep talking, all right, because a lot of times, the Knight of Wands, they can talk, right? If you keep talking about going someplace, but you keep putting it off and putting it off, I think you're putting off, an opportunity that you might run into. It's one of those things, how like what you get this feeling that maybe I should go over here to this shop. And then you walk in the shop and you meet somebody, and then all of a sudden, you find yourself in this conversation, and now next thing you know, you're having dinner with someone, and this is leading to something bigger than you ever could have imagined, right? I feel like that could happen. If you were to get out, I feel like you could probably find some opportunities in some places that would probably really appeal to you. All right, you don't have to always stay home. And if you're looking for work, okay, if you are in a place where you need to find some work, because here we have this Three of Coin at the base of what's going on, cast that net out. Look in places you normally would not have thought of, looking for a job. You may actually find something really, really good there. All right, so get out there, Taurus. I guess that's my point. Especially when it comes to work, all right? Because we have the Queen of Pentacles coming in here in the recent past. If you have been feeling like, oh my gosh, maybe I should pick up another job. Maybe I should get a different job. Maybe I should go in another direction. Maybe I should do something else. Because this Knight of Wands, needs to get a little bit more serious, right? Because he's busy having a good time. But meanwhile, you still got to do things, all right? You can't, as much as we're going to have a good time, we still got to focus on, the responsible things of life, the bills, the house, the food, all of that kind of stuff. So anyway, I do feel like, there is an opportunity for you outside of where you are right now, if you want to make some changes. But you got to get up and you move. There's this passive-aggressive energy that's here, When we have the Knight of Swords, it's like, you need to do something. You need to get out there and fight for a situation or whatever it is. If you want a job, you got to go get it. But I just feel like you just don't have the energy. Like, you have a very lazy kind of vibe to you this week. Like, I just don't really want to get out there and do it. I know if I go out and I look, I'll get it, but... Strength card reverse says, I don't know if I really want to go out and, you just don't have the drive right now. And I think that's what you need to find, right? You need to find that drive. You got to have a purpose. You'll feel better, for one. Do you know what I mean? Like, when we get up and we have a purpose in our day, then we go after it, right? And we feel good, and when we accomplish that purpose, we feel good at the end of the day that we accomplished it. And I feel like you need that right now, Taurus. You need to find that purpose, get yourself up and out and change the situation you are in, all right? Because by sitting back, it's not going to happen. Now, I have the energy of two knights and a queen. I'm wondering whether, well, two queens, all right? So there's some people that could be in your world this week, all right? I just feel like not everybody gets along, all right? And I think it's going to be hard to pretend that everybody gets along. It's just really funny. I just feel like we have a queen here, we have a knight, all right? We have, somebody who's really always worried and stressed about, the furniture or whatever, and then we have a Knight of Swords who's kind of, snide on the back seat. And then we have this Queen of Swords, never happy. I just feel like if you're going to gather with people this week, maybe don't. Okay, maybe don't. Wheel of Fortune here is reversed. I'm just feeling like, it's not gonna. You're not gonna enjoy yourselves, all right? And I feel like this could be all family members. Like, if I'm gonna go out with all of my family members, or I just I just don't think everybody's going to get along. And here we have this Five of Swords here at the final outcome. All right, Taurus. So, you know, and it's one of those things. You just don't even want to get involved. All right. Like I said, maybe just don't. Maybe just... or if something's happening, maybe shift or do something. But I'm just really feeling strongly that, you know, the people around you, they're not helping your situation. And if they've come to cheer you up, Taurus, for whatever reason, that's not going to happen either. All right, but watch yourself, because with the Strength card coming in here reverse, Taurus, you could be a little down and out and under the weather, you know. I mean, this is you not feeling fully in, you know, 100%. You know, so don't be afraid to give yourself the rest that you need. And like I said, you know, I feel like there could be a situation that comes up that you might have to deal with. It could be anger you. Maybe somebody angers you or you anger them. I'm just, again, pick your battles, all right? Because I just feel like the energy between you and other people this week is going to be really a bit challenging. And, you know, don't make any decisions this week if you're not clear about what it is that you need to make decisions around, all right? Especially when it comes to work, all right? Because when you're, you know, you're in an emotional state and making a decision, you know, sometimes that might not be the right decision, all right? So I feel like, you know, before you go making any decisions, let's get all of the information that we need, especially if it's around something having to do with work or your job, because I do see that work is a big deal to you this week. You know, whether you need to go look for one or whether you are in a job right now that you are wanting to leave and that's why you want to go look for one. Anyway, that's what I've got for you. And again, look, we have a Queen of Wands, more people, and a King of Wands. Listen, when it comes to people this week, Taurus, less is more. I'm telling you. I mean, less is more. Because I just feel like, I mean, now I have a Queen of Wands, a King, like another Queen. All these people this week that are just going to kind of have an opinion, have a say, or I don't know. I just feel like when you gather, it just don't. All right. All right. Listen, you guys do what you want to do. All right. I'm just suggesting here because what I see is what I see. All right. Take what works, leave what doesn't, you guys. All right. I'll see you at another reading. Until then, be well, be happy, be healthy, be kind. Hit that like button. Bye now.